All right, so we are doing a very late and very brief Friday night episode of Stand Tall. It is March 22nd, 2024. Verse 10. These are the four useful branches of military knowledge, which enabled the Yellow Emperor to vanquish four other sovereigns. All armies prefer high ground to low and sunny places to dark. If you are careful of your men and camp on hard ground, the army will be free from disease of every kind, and this will spell victory. All right, let's go over to an alternate translation here in chapter 9, Maneuvering Armies. Master Sun says it was by taking advantage of the situation in these four basic ways that the Yellow Emperor overcame four lords. Zheng Yu says all martial arts began with the Yellow Emperor, a Taoist ruler of late prehistoric times, circa 2400 BCE. So he is mentioned here. Master Sun says ordinarily an army likes high places and dislikes low ground, values light and despises darkness. Mei Yaojin says high places are exhilarating, so people are comfortable, and they are also convenient for the force of momentum. Low ground is damp, which promotes illnesses and makes it hard to fight, right? Because we just talked about marshes and rivers. Wing Chi says when people spend a long time in dark and wet places, they become depressed and ill. Interesting. So, light and dark, right? We see these themes. We see these themes in lots of different places, but something natural, right, about the light versus the dark. There's something human that seeks the light in some form or fashion, and a lot of people, want to ascribe greater meaning to that, and so they do. But what does it mean for you, right? Because an army on high ground, right? An army prefers light places as opposed to shadowy, right? Because it's easier to fight. So March 22nd, The Sign of True Education out of the Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hanselman. What is it then to be properly educated? It is learning to apply our natural preconceptions to the right things according to nature, and beyond that, to separate the things that lie within our power from those that don't. Epictetus, Discourses 1.22.9 to 10a. A degree on a wall means you're educated as much as shoes on your feet mean you're walking. It's a start, but hardly sufficient. Otherwise, how could so many educated people make unreasonable decisions or miss so many obvious things? Partly it's because they forgot that they ought to focus only on which lies within their power to control. A surviving fragment from the philosopher Heraclitus expresses that reality. Many who have learned from Hesiod to countless names of gods and monsters never understand that night and day are one. Just as you can walk plenty well without shoes, you don't need to step into a classroom to understand the basic fundamental reality of nature and our proper role in it. Begin with awareness and reflection, not just once, but every single second of every single day. Awareness and reflection, right? So the longer you can stay in that state of the night and the day are one, and then we can break it down using the art of war to be able to see and make sense of night and day, and then have the ability to gain insight from what we're in, right? Because you need to be able to blend night and day as one, and that's why you need to take the high ground, the high position, to get a better understanding of the battle at